All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go to wrap up a busy weekend of football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon, and he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
First carry now for Kofani Muhammad. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
This is taken at the 15. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charged timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Leopard! Leopard! 3 down. Watch 48. Watch 48.
On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 31 yards there and a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. The penalty. It's Gurley. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Got three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15 he goes. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Hey, four down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Todd Gurley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Baker Mayfield scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. Give him 7 on the play. And it'll be second down. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here. 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes throwing on second down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defender, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now it's Mahomes again. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage. Clock
running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
On second down, here's Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Johnson, the intended target, and it's third down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On play action, it's Mahomes. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. There he goes, right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
The extra point hits the left upright, but goes through anyway. And it's now 14-0. Fielded about a yard deep. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And some space here. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. The extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But, you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
Detroit!
Now a play fake here on first down. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action. Mayfield. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 59 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
No, check, Patriot! Hey, pull down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Todd Gurley, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They were looking for Johnson that time. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Detroit!
Following the interception, Mayfield dumps it off to Gurley. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play fake. Mayfield. Going deep for Walker. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Here's Bosher to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot!
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Leopard! 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 Let's go, D!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Oh, and Nelson's spaced operate. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season. tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Todd Gurley, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it with Gurley. No dice this go when he's hit behind the line and taken down. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Mahomes to throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Mayfield on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Steelers on third down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Another carry now for Gurley. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back. And
he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now it's the backup, Newton. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Third and long, it's Newton. He is going to find Hill here. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Do something. Hey. Gun.
Off play action. Newton. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Joey Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. From the red zone now, Newton. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Leopard! Leopard!
Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. So, boy, that's already the third they burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Well, you said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. It will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll run it now out of the gun. Spins past it, and he'll take this one down to the 36. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. This from 53 yards out. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
On 1st down, Newton to mix it on the check down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be a 2nd down. Now the Bengals urging everybody to get back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
With a lead late in the fourth, but Mayfield's going to throw it. He's going to air. And got his man complete. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 94 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bengals getting set to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better.
The ball comes out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. So special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening